No matter how you travel, it's good to have a plan. Some people plan every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum. While others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Explore how you can make financial progress with confidence today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Find yourself looking for a new job or change in career? Monster.com is here to help. We are not only here to bring you job postings, but also AI interview prep and salary tools, expert career advice, and top-notch resume services. We've got everything you need to land your perfect job fit. Discover the magic of finding the ideal job with Monster.com. Your future starts now. Visit Monster.com today. Your next job opportunity is just a click away.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany. We have a special guest here today. It is the beautiful Lala Kent. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Give them Lala.
Do you introduce everybody with, I have a very special guest, or just me?
I say something different every time, I think.
I'm going to listen back to all of your episodes with a
But
guest.
you are a special guest.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have Lala here. Jax is ready to tear into our Troll of the Week, which...
Well, I mean...
Do we do Troll of the Week at the very beginning?
Well, this week we are.
It's been the same troll ever since we started this podcast.
Okay.
So, you might have a little insight on that, so why not?
Let's do it.
So let's get into it. First of all, good morning.
Good morning.
And Lisa's here with us today, too. All right, let's get into it.
All right. Well, obviously, the Troll of the Week
I know.
is...
I'm still going. Obviously, people know that I've been talking about it every podcast, and I'm still going through it with Randall. And
he's the
I
Troll
don't
of the
even know
Week.
what to call him anymore because he calls himself by a different name every week. I have my own personal names for him. Lala has her own personal names for him. At this point, I just want to know. I'm basically asking, I probably would have asked you this anyway, even if we were doing the podcast. Where are you standing right now? Like, what's your latest on him? Like, what's the latest with Randall right now and you? Like,
He stays in his fraudulent box, and I stay in reality.
Right.
That's where we don't really communicate, obviously. I'm really happy. I'm sorry that you haven't been paid, but I'm thrilled because I no longer have to pay him from my podcast.
that is insane that you had to pay him for your podcast.
Yeah, so many people talking about I'm securing the bag.
Hey, I'm so glad that you did the name Give Them Lala ... with Randall because it was really easy to change, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think many people know that I was paying him. He would not let go of the money with the podcast. Like when I kicked him off of it and said there's no version of me doing this with you, he would not let go of the freaking money. I'm so freaking thrilled that I don't have to pay this.
Was it like a year contract or something? Is that why you had to pay him?
Yeah.
And the fact that you had to pay him at all after everything he did is just insane.
Well, it was crazy because most months I paid him more than he paid Ocean in child support. So it was like...
Oh my God, you were paying him more than the child support?
Yeah, but I would cut him a check for more with the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was actually his sugar mama.
Oh my God, I
was
love
actually
it.
the gold digger in
The
this.
world needs to know this.
God.
I'm so glad you told this because that is hilarious. He should have been taking that money from your podcast and paying it to Jax.
Well, I'm sure he was
Well,
somewhere.
and side
I don't
note-
think Jax is the only one that's looking for his
No, it's got to be for all the...
And listen, I realize I'm very low on the totem pole when it comes to paying people back. I understand that. I get it. I'm not like... from what I hear, and I got people...
You're all even, Jax.
Well, I like I said, the only difference
There's no
is...
totem pole here.
I'm not a studio. I've said this a million times. I am not a billionaire, a millionaire, a huge poker player. I can't afford just to lose, well, 75 grand, see you later. I can't just wash it out like a lot of these guys can. And I've been getting a lot of messages from people. And actually, I just talked to somebody recently again that's saying he's asking me for money. So it's like, I don't understand here. I'm almost like... Hey, does somebody want to help me get my money? I'll give them a portion of what he owes me. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm lost here. He's not returning any of my lawyer's messages. It's just been
I'm
back
really
and forth.
sorry that I brought
know, it's
him
just
into
a
your
mess.
life,
No,
Jax.
it's my fault. I should have done my due diligence.
Well, at least we have Ocean. She's worth all this mess.
Right,
Absolutely.
but Ocean's like, yes, but that it's still like I feel really guilty about the lives that I brought this like degenerate into.
You shouldn't feel bad. You had no idea all this crap was going to come from this.
And let me ask you this.
We all thought Randall was really cool. Like he was fun to be around. He had a good personality. Like we actually thought that he was fun and stuff. So I get like the appeal you saw in the beginning, but you had no idea all this was going to happen from that. So you can't like blame yourself whatsoever.
And let me ask you. So, what did you think of the Randall Scandal Hulu special? What did you think? What were your thoughts on that when you watched it?
I thought it was very well done. It was like it broke my heart to see these kids who, moved to Hollywood and had like these incredible dreams. And not only did he break their dreams, he like broke them as people.
And I got to be honest, watching that, knowing Randall, that was just the tip of the iceberg. That is like literally.
Again,
I watched it and that was horrific, but I know so much more. You know so much more. There's a lot more in depth. I mean, it could have gotten a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse for him.
Well, that's why when I see him do interviews about like things that have come out, I'm like, you should actually be thanking God that this is like all that's in this documentary.
And even after this documentary, like, how is he still working? I don't understand.
Who would give this person money? I don't. I mean, look, I did. And look what happened. So I guess.
Go easy on yourself.
I mean.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I procreated with them.
But she is the cutest little thing.
She really
I just love her so much. She is so sweet.
She's absolute perfection.
I love being able to have our kids together, and we'd always joked around in the past about like the pregnancy pact and all this stuff. Like I think we were on the PJ one time, and we were all talking about how we wanted to get pregnant.
We were going, I think it was to Mexico for your guys's.
Oh yeah, anniversary or not anniversary?
Where were we
engagement
going?
Party.
Yes,
yeah,
it was something like that,
yes.
right?
Yeah, and we all were sitting around. We were definitely going somewhere together. It was me, you, Stassi, and I think
Katie.
even Katie was saying, we all were like saying that we were wanting to have babies soon and we wanted to grow up together. Did we really think it would happen that way? No, but it was like the coolest thing ever.
No, but when I heard that Stassi was pregnant and you and Jax were trying, because I thought like that's the next step that you take, and obviously the wedding was not happening because of the pandemic, and I'm well, we're gonna have a life together forever. So you start having those adult conversations of like, well, my friends are starting to have kids. Maybe it's the right time for us to start trying and doing that whole thing. I was thrilled about it.
Oh, yeah. No, me too. And now they get to grow up together. And Sheena, we had no idea Sheena was going to be pregnant too at the same time.
She was not involved.
It was just like, but it was perfect. And it like makes everything even more perfect because they can all play together.
Could you imagine doing it by yourself, like without friends around to experience?
No, because especially because we live in LA, I don't have one single family member here. So like you guys it was really awesome to be able to lean on you guys and be able to talk to you all about what we were going through. You and Stassi, went into labor before me. Your whole labor was like a breeze, especially yours.
I just put my legs up and was like, is she here? Just kind of like flipped out of there.
I know. You were like, it's so beautiful, which it is. It's so beautiful, but mine was not like yours.
No, I've learned to never tell anyone who's expecting my labor experience because every single person that I've preached to about like how incredible it is and what to do, they're like, it was a nightmare.
Weren't you wearing like a half shirt the next week?
Yes. Like
Brittany
10 days
I remember.
later.
I know you were because I know Brittany came in. I know Brittany came home. I guess you guys went to I think it was like a Sports Illustrated party or whatever.
Yeah.
And you came home and you're like, that bitch was wearing a half shirt. A belly shirt. She literally had a baby yesterday.
No, that was so funny.
I think that's genetic though.
Oh yeah, you were so lucky. I know, like that's why I feel like a lot of people have related to my story as well because a lot of women struggle with weight gain and stretch marks and things like that whenever they have a baby. And a lot of people are like you and just snap right back. I wish that was me, but it's all worth it in the end.
No, I know. And it's really difficult because even though I feel like I snapped back very quickly and I'm grateful, it doesn't matter what your bounce back looks like because you're always going to see something that just doesn't sit the same after you give birth.
That's very true.
Like even now, because I'm just a thin person, like I take after my dad. No offense, Mom. Your body be banging. But like my dad was like a little stick figure. And I'll do like ab workouts in the gym and it's like crepey skin. So no matter what, you're going to see that your body is just different.
Yeah.
The skin is different. Maybe the bounce back was like not so slurped up, but we all have our little things that we fixate on.
I mean, my belly was humongous whenever I was pregnant. Do you remember at the end? I forget where we were, but I was like, me and you were like The Office. If you guys watch The Office, it's like Pam and Angela, and they're like sitting there together, and Angela's like, big preg and small pregs, or whatever she says. Remember, I was like, that's me and Lala right there.
You were all baby.
It was huge baby.
But even Sheena was all baby.
Yeah, Sheena was, me and Sheena, I feel like definitely gained the most out of you guys. Out of all of that.
Can I tell you, when a woman just becomes all baby when she's pregnant, like Kim Kardashian, when she's like splurging out of her
I was like a Kim K and a Jessica Simpson wrapped all in one.
It is the cutest thing ever.
Remember at the end, Jax, I was walking around and it was like towards the very, very end, and I'm walking and you're like, whoa, Brittany, like you just like noticed how big my stomach
Yeah, I think we were actually in Santa Barbara when you...
Oh, that's what I was talking about with Lala.
We were in Santa Barbara and you like turned profile and I was like, whoa.
I hope that my next pregnancy, I'm freaking giant. And then I want to be pregnant during Halloween and be a semi-truck and have the person I'm with, so probably my mom, wear the sign that says oversized load.
Wide load, oversized load. I love it. That's actually a good idea.
It's so cute.
I love it. I mean, every pregnancy can be different, and it's all just amazing, I think. Like, a women's body is absolutely incredible.
I know. All the dude does is, like, shoot some, like, little substance, like, creamy substance.
Yeah, all you have to do. That's so true. It's like pleasure and fun, and then we have to deal with everything else.
I had to sleep on a really uncomfortable bed in that hospital.
What'd you say, Jax?
I had to sleep on a really uncomfortable bed in that hospital.
Oh, my gosh. You were able to... Jax can fall asleep no matter what he's doing, and it drives. But in real life, you can fall asleep anywhere.
I know. That's the joke.
My mom knows. Was it uncomfortable, the bed? Or the couch or whatever it was?
It was, right? But it's kind of like on Friends. Remember when she's pushing the baby and she headbutts Ross and she's like, Ross goes, you have no idea how bad my head hurts right now. Remember? When Ross headbutts her? Yeah. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm
on
pregnant.
Friends.
Yeah. Right?
That's exactly how Jax would be. Like, Jax is not good at being sick or anything like that.
No.
But you were asleep within the first, 10 minutes of the hospital, I feel like.
Yeah, I was asleep pretty quick. Yeah,
well,
I fall asleep.
I always say are like a pair of balls. Like, very sensitive, weak.
That is hilarious. Very sensitive and weak.
So now I say when, someone's being, such a weak human, I'm like, ovary the f*** up.
Yes, I love
ovary
it.
the f*** up.
I love that.
I like that.
We're going to have to start using that.
Ooh, that's a merch shirt.
Ovary.
Shirt. That's a merch shirt. I always think of merch shirts now when I'm on podcasts. I'm like,
one of the questions that somebody said online, I forgot to write down their handle, but it just made me think of that. They were like, tell Lala to make a shirt that says, I wasn't your best friend, ho.
That is a good one.
This episode of When Reality Hits is brought to you by AG1. They're on a mission to empower people to take ownership of their health with a simple daily habit. AG1 is the all-in-one formula that makes it easy for us to cover our nutritional basis every day. Every scoop is packed with 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients of the highest quality. It gives us major benefits like gut and mood support, boosted energy, and even healthier looking skin, hair, and nails.
Mood support. I love that.
That's super important.
Boosted energy. Give it all to me. Skin, hair, and nails. Heck yes.
AG1 was designed with ease in mind so you can live healthier and better without having to do a lot. Why take a bunch of different things when you can just mix one scoop of powder in water once a day? If you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. That is free travel packs with your first purchase. Again, with this free thing, I mean, I love all the benefits that you get with this free stuff. Go to drinkag1.com/realityhits. That's drinkag1.com/realityhits. Check it out. You guys will love this. We love this stuff. We use it every day. It is delicious.
And so good for you.
All in one.
It can be hard to find creative ways to keep your kid busy, challenged, and off their screens. We know this firsthand because the day is long and there's just so many things we want Cruz to learn and different activities we'd love for him to do. So luckily, KiwiCo does the legwork for you so you can spend quality time tackling projects together.
KiwiCo is a super cool subscription box for your kids that offers multiple lines of fun and enriching projects that are designed to spark creativity, innovation, and learning. They have developmentally appropriate projects for every child and interest interest level from newborn to teens. KiwiCo has developed over 2,000 projects in STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math.
I absolutely love KiwiCo. Cruz loves it too. He has the cutest little panda. He thinks it's absolutely amazing. He loves it. Each crate comes with multiple projects that will keep them busy for hours and off their screens. Simply select a crate or take their quiz to find the perfect match. It's no wonder why they have over 20,000 5-star reviews.
Redefine play with KiwiCo. Right now, get 50% off your first month. That's 50% off your first month. Crates start at just $14 per month, plus free shipping on any crate line at KiwiCo.com. Wow. Again, with the $14 a month, plus the free shipping and 50% off. I mean, guys, you have to take advantage of this.
Promo code is reality. 50% off your first month, plus free shipping at KIWICO.com. Promo code reality.
We definitely got to tell our friends about this.
Yes.
This is just incredible price. KiwiCo.com. Promo code reality.
Yes, we love that.
When did I start calling people hoes?
I don't know.
When
You guys
did that happen?
You guys were saying the C word so much too.
A lot.
Well, this gets into my next question. You were. This gets to my next. So, did you watch back the reunion? Did you watch it yourself?
I watched it like 100 times.
And what did you think about it? Like, now that it was edited and everything and put together and cut, obviously you were there, but it's a different story when you're watching it.
Totally.
What were your thoughts on it? Were you happy with it? Were you happy the way you looked? Were you happy the way everybody else looked?
Thrilled. I mean, part 3 was a little intense. I was like, all right, let's kind of reel it in.
It was really good TV though.
It was great. I mean, just as because I'm a huge fan, you guys know of reality TV.
Yeah.
So watching myself as from like a viewer, I was like, oh, this is like really good. Watching everybody. I mean, James was great.
Yes.
I think people loved part 1 and part 2. I think part 3, it started getting intense because Raquel was like clearly not right.
Yes.
And people, and I don't want to say that I sympathized with her because I didn't. But at the end of the day, and Jax, you can relate to this. So can you, Britt, but you're so sweet. Jax is a little unhinged like me. But when you're filming a reality TV show, you just assume that everyone who's filming is mentally equipped to handle things that come out of your mouth, situations they're thrown into. So the moment that I watched Raquel in her 5-minute little confessional where she definitely told the entire truth,
Yes.
I sat there and was like, oh, we're maybe dealing with someone who's not okay to be in this environment.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I'm not the one to make that call. Raquel has to make that call. I definitely didn't regret how I approached her. Like, she really came for me this season.
Yeah.
Pretty hard. But because I'm tougher, people are like, no, you came for her hard. No, I retaliated harder.
That's so true.
She was calling me names all season.
Yeah.
Right.
That is true.
Mistress, chicken shit.
Oh my gosh, that is so crazy that she was calling you mistress and stuff because the whole time she knew that she was having this affair and she was sitting there calling you. So watching that stuff back was like really crazy.
I think had Sandoval not said everything he had said to me, like so preachy while he was doing that,
yes.
and then Raquel calling me all those names while she was doing that, I don't think I would have been as angry at the reunion. I think I would have been like, shit happens. That's Ariana's deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, she can take on her own fight. She's the one that was cheated on.
Yes.
I was pissed off that y'all called me all these names when you were doing that.
Yeah, and they were doing worse than anything that you have been doing. Like,
I
what
was
the
pissed
heck?
off.
Yeah, it's like being the biggest hypocrites. And
Yeah.
the whole time, like throughout the entire reunion, Sandoval was just lying.
So let me chime here. That's what I was trying to get at here, and I was waiting for you to get to that. So obviously the secret, whatever, really to me wasn't really a secret. Kind of knew this whole thing was going on anyway. But the fact that you wasted that reunion was a wash. It's a wash because
he
lied the whole
entire
time. So basically everything that was said was like, this is a pointless reunion now because it's everything that you said and you just traded was a lie. So instead of that coming out first, then you guys could have called him on that. They waited till the end to do that, which I personally like this is garbage
Jax,
now.
it's
You
the
can't.
perfect no, but
You're not explaining it right. You're meaning that Tom was lying the whole time, saying like it was one time.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
This
So
is why-
he basically what she said is this whole thing was a scam, like a sham. I was doing this the whole time.
No, he was, but all of us were calling him out on it the whole time. We were all saying he's lying.
Yes.
This wasn't a one-time thing. Like, we all called him out. I like that they saved that for the end because it just goes to show how, again, he's a dangerous person that can look you in your eyes, and he believes that it was one time.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
I'm saying everything he said is what I'm saying is a waste of time. Everything he said,
like he wasted girls' time because he was
everybody's
lying
time with the preaching and this and that was all a waste.
But it made the reunion that much better, though, because it just showed like how much of a liar he really was.
Yeah,
and how much he was like training Raquel on what to say.
Oh.
Like it became
the
so
narcissist
obvious.
loves a good training process.
Oh
they,
my gosh.
Thrive off of it.
Oh my gosh. Jax always loves this question, and I want to ask you, if Jax and Kristen Doty were on the show, do you think that it would have came out sooner? Because I have a feeling that as soon as you started having your suspicions, Kristen would have
MacGyvered that
so
out.
deep.
Shit.
And I would have had someone to talk to about this. I didn't have anyone. Like, Katie was in a difficult position because she's going into business with Ariana.
Yep.
No one wanted to like hear me on this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember you saying it to me even at, what was it, Labor Day, when we were all at that same party at Elaine's house and Tom and Raquel came. You were saying something that day that it was weird that they were hanging out all the time.
Yes, it was just, the whole thing was just very strange. And people love to live in the, well, if this wouldn't have happened, you would have looked so bad. And I'm like, well, if we live in the if, then we have to also live in the probably. Yeah. Because if this weren't happening, I probably wouldn't have had that gut feeling.
Yeah.
I had the gut feeling because it was fucking happening.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
You were right.
You're
and
right.
I think Kristen would have went right with you and like found, and you guys would have been.
Sort of like hacked into their phone.
Yeah.
And then you would have
been following every Uber ride to see like when they picked each other up.
And then send me in to do all the dirty work.
Yeah, and then Jax would have had to go like blow
I would go in and blow it all up.
For the first time ever, you and I, Jax, would have been like Bonnie and Clyde in
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I think so,
you know?
too.
And Brittany would have been telling us to calm down, and we would have been like, we ride at fucking dawn.
Yes.
Now somebody asked us
me.
this question yesterday on a chat room, and they were like, and I thought that was just a great question about would they found out sooner if Kristen and I were involved?
100%.
And I thought that was such a great question. I got to talk about this on my podcast.
Because you and Kristen, you stir, and like that's what was so difficult when you guys weren't a part of the show anymore. Was that a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, but the camera goes up and they worry about what the comment section is going to look like.
Yep.
Where that makes your job difficult, my job difficult, because I need everyone to be like living normal life, but on 100, actually.
Yeah.
Like everything you think now needs to be talked about on camera.
Yeah.
Right. No, and I said this again. I said this yesterday, and I said, we sign up for the show knowing they're going to talk about our lives. You can't pick and choose what you want to talk about. This is about our lives. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, well, I'll talk about this, but I won't get into this, but I'll go into this, and I'm not going to get into this. And that's what Sandoval did. That's exactly what he did, and that was so frustrating because I called this out for many, many years. They're not talking about their relationship. They're not. And I've called it. They've gone back and done flashbacks from season 1, season 2. This relationship's not right. Like, Tom is not right. I've called it out so many times and nobody wanted to see it. So it was frustrating because I'm bleeding out here. You're bleeding out here. We're talking about things that are super personal.
I did hide my life. I feel like that's why I can talk this way, because I'm coming from a place where it's like, I understand you wanting to protect, right?
You're talking about in the very beginning?
The very beginning, season 5.
But you've changed since then.
Of course. Yeah. Of course I've changed since then. I had a very humbling experience. I realized where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yes.
And I also love to out people.
Yeah.
And drag them to find the truth.
Yeah.
I'm a truth seeker.
Yes.
So I understand when someone's in a relationship and they want to protect it. But I feel like...
But then you shouldn't be on reality TV.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. You
100%.
can't have both. That's not how it works.
And I agree with you.
Yeah. It can be hard. I mean, reality TV can really ruin relationships.
Absolutely.
It can.
How is dating going for you right now?
It's non-existent.
Non-existent. Your mom is your husband right now, I feel like.
No, I'm the husband. She's the wife.
There you go.
I go to the office and work, and there are times where I look in my wallet and the Amex is gone, and I'm like... No, it's literally like we are.
That is so funny.
But you know what? I think last year I was very in my trauma, and I think I'm now aware of that. Now that time has passed, I can kind of look at my life and how I talk and realize you've got some stuff to work through. You're traumatized.
Yeah, you went through a lot, Lala.
Yeah, and I don't want to project.
And you're still going through it, right? I mean,
I'm still in it.
Yeah, it's not over with.
So until until I can work through some of my trauma, because last year, even though it seemed like I was just like, I was like Miss Cleo, right? I was like seeing the future.
Oh,
but it was really me
like,
in my trauma being like, this is not right. This is not right. I was hypersensitive to everything.
Yeah.
I'd like to kind of remove myself from like talking about everyone else's relationships because I'm so triggered by them. Like, you go fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Not my issue. And work on my own trauma so that hopefully one day I can be around a straight man and not be triggered by them.
yeah. Yeah.
Not the time to date for me.
Yeah. So you're not ready at all to date
quote
right
unquote
now.
the Don is non-existent anymore.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. This was a question from @mom since 02. Is Lala still seeing hooking up with the Don?
No, I'm not seeing or hooking up with the Don. That ended a while ago. I had enough of my own drama going on that I couldn't take on someone else's drama.
Yeah.
With whatever they were dealing with in their personal life.
It just cracks me up that you call him the Don. Like, his name is Don, right?
His name's Dion.
Oh,
I like
and you
the
just
Don
started
better.
calling him the Don. Did you make it up?
Well, I was like, Dawn. Like,
Don is my dad's name, so every time you say
thank
the Don,
you.
it cracks
it's
me
like
up.
a white man in his 60s. I'm like, no, you're the Dawn.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
That is so funny. But, okay, so we know Lala is not ready to date.
No.
This
But
was
I'm
another.
fully open to spread my legs.
I mean,
This is another question from a fan.
which also hasn't happened in a very long time.
Well, crap! I need.
you
to
got
so
a
I
lot
can live
going on.
through you.
You're a busy woman. You got a lot going on. You got your hands in a lot of different pots. And when I mean by pots, I mean projects.
Yes.
So I mean, it's that sometimes that takes
Takes away from...
well, no, it takes a back seat.
Shopping for clothes is a compromise. You either have to save an arm or a leg for an expensive luxury piece or settle for cheap, fast fashion that won't last.
Luckily, with Quince, you can get high-quality, timeless pieces without paying that luxury price tag.
Quince offers a range of must-have items like 100% Mongolian cashmere sweater for only $50, 100% European linen pants for $40, luxurious mulberry silk skirts at $60, not to mention $50 Italian leather bags and 14-karat gold jewelry from just $30.
All their prices are 50 to 80% less than similar luxury brands. That's incredible. And because Quince creates timeless, classic styles that won't go out of fashion, you'll have them in all your closets forever.
We have some shirts from Quince, too,
We
that
did.
are
We
just
got 'em in the mail.
so soft.
And you wear them all the time.
Oh, yeah. I love them. They're absolutely amazing quality and so soft. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium, eco-friendly fabrics and finishes. So I can feel good about getting high-quality items that last longer. I love that.
I mean, I'm wearing mine right now. We just got home from the zoo. It was a really hot day. I love this shirt. It's
Yes.
breathable, amazing.
Shop with Quince today and discover the affordable luxury you deserve.
Right now, go to quince.com/JB to get free shipping, again with that free shipping, and 365-day returns on your next order. Wow.
That's QUINCE.com/JB for free shipping, 365-day returns. Quince.com/JB. If the thought of dinner stresses you out, then let Hungerroot ease your worries. Hungerroot is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered to your door. They've got healthy groceries and simple recipes all in one place. Take a fun, short quiz, and Hungerroot will get to know you, your goals, and how you like to eat. What flavors do you like? What kitchen appliances do you use? They'll keep your needs top of mind and start building your cart. You'll get your pick of fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, healthy snacks and sweets, and so much more. They've even got seasonal summer favorites. I absolutely love Hungerroot. I love being able to have stuff delivered directly to my door, different pantry staples, healthy snacks for crews. It is absolutely perfect. It takes the stress out of your day, and I absolutely love that. Hungerroot goes beyond your weekly grocery haul with thousands of easy recipes that actually put your groceries to good use. I buy so much fruit or veggies, and I just forget that they're back there. So this is perfect because it sends all the stuff that you need. Right now, Hungerroot is offering our listeners 30% off your first delivery and free veggies for life. Just go to hungerroot.com/reality to get 30% off your first delivery and get your free veggies. That's hungerroot.com/reality. Don't forget to use our link so they know that we sent you. Free veggies for life. That's freaking awesome. Hit them up. This is a funny question.
Absolutely.
From @Frenchie Beach Living. Would Lala consider dating an average guy like an accountant, plumber, or mechanic? I don't know why this question makes me laugh.
Nodding like, yeah, certainly. Because I don't know.
I think you would get bored.
I think it's not about what they do or what's in their bank account or any of that. It's
You
more
can
that
handle yourself when it comes to that.
100%.
Yeah.
It's more about the life is weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Like meaning your life, the reality TV.
Our life.
Yeah.
Our lives are weird. It's not like we're actors where it's like we do a movie and then we get to fade into the background.
Yes, that's
if we
true.
want. It's like we literally pay our bills because we're willing to share our entire lives.
Yes.
So if I were to meet an accountant or a plumber who was like down that everything is going to be out there, obviously they'd have to pass a background check, but everyone does. I don't care what job
I love
title
that you do
have.
that.
Yes.
I mean, for you.
I mean, you learn from your mistakes, right? You learn from your mistakes, and gosh, if you would have done a background check on Randall, holy hell!
Oh my
holy
gosh.
hell! But I mean, I
I
don't
would have
blame you.
seen
I don't.
that he was in a lot of trouble with certain things,
Yeah.
but like it. That's the other crazy thing is like the background checks that I got back with what he was also being accused of were not found on a background check. So you can only find so much, but I do like a worldwide background check. It's like you may be clean in the U.S., but have you ever done anything in Germany? Because I'm going to know that.
I love it.
This is called Wounded.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think of what kind of guy I could see you with. I feel like you're right. I mean, it definitely has to be somebody who would be willing to film too, because then it's like, if you're dating somebody who won't film, like that sucks too, you know,
Well,
because it's like part of your whole life that you can't show.
Well, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah. It has to be somebody that would be willing to film.
I mean, they don't have to film their whole lives, but they have to tap in and tap out once in a while.
Yeah.
Correct?
They have
Like,
to show their
up to
face.
events,
They're not like
parties.
they're not
Right.
looking for the person to come on and be a and have a storyline. It's just like we need to understand that you exist.
I can see Lala with a sexy plumber and they're draining or what is it called?
Draining plumbing pipes,
Cleaning pipes.
cleaning pipes.
Snaking.
They're snaking.
I was trying to think of something sexual. Flushing the lines, Lisa says.
I'm so turned on right now. Oh my gosh.
Plumbers cracking all just for Lala. That would be hilarious.
Hey, I have a really quick question for me. Where are you with Tom Schwartz right now? Are you talking to him, or do you talk to him at all, or are you kind of whatever? He's there, whatever. I'll say hi, but like, because I just couldn't figure out with the show and everything how it was going, and obviously you guys went into it a few times. But where are you as of today? Are you guys talking? Do you feel
I
bad for
shake
him?
things off very quickly.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like you could literally say anything to me, and I'm like, all
That's how
good.
I am.
Yeah, I know
I'm
you
the same
are.
way.
But with Tom Schwartz, he's got his own. I read that he like cut ties with Sandoval. Is this
Yes.
true?
So he was on our podcast and he straight up told us multiple times
Like, I'm
that
done?
he's taking a break from Sandoval, that he feels like he was used by Sandoval, that Sandoval has a huge ego that he needs. I mean, he went in.
Now, real quick, I don't know if you noticed, Tom Sandoval is still doing his touring, and he's changed the words in his songs,
Yes.
talking about how Tom lost his house.
Yes.
It's like, this is his best friend, mind you. Okay, his best friend, his business partner,
Yeah.
talking about, Tom Schwartz's mom, talking about how he lost his house, talking about
Changing words in
changing
songs
words
and
in the
singing it
songs.
on stage.
And Schwartz is just kind of, Schwartz doesn't really have, I love Schwartz, I do, but sometimes he doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't.
No, I know, and I think that's my biggest thing with him was when he was saying all of those things to me about like my face or whatever. I knew that it had nothing to do with me. He was dealing with an internal battle that was
Yeah.
so far removed from me, but it was being projected onto me.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
I would love for him to choose himself. What is best for you? I want you to get off of all of the sinking ships because Tom has been nothing. Like for him to think of my daughter when it's her birthday, for him to acknowledge the death of my dad, like his 5-year anniversary of his passing, my dad. I know he has like the sweetest heart, but it's like, I want you to pick yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
I
very
agree.
true.
I want
agree.
you to be selfish
And I-
for the
and I-
first time in your life.
And he deserves it. With everything he's going through with his family too.
He's got so much going on with his
it's just
dad,
so
his
much.
brothers. I mean, that's his personal, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes that he's also with the show is going stressful enough. Then and then when you check out and go home, when I say check out, I mean you punch out from the show. He has to deal with his mom, his father, his 3 brothers.
It's a lot.
That he financially supports. by the way.
know.
You know, that's a lot. That's a lot of
And
pressure.
he said all this on the podcast too. It's not like we're
Yeah,
adding
but I
him,
mean, he's putting his own money into the bar. He's putting his own money into his brothers, his father, his mother, and like he doesn't put anything into himself.
But I'm glad you guys you're saying that you're like over stuff. Like you're not as like mad, but you just want him to step up a little bit.
With what I deal with in my personal life, it takes a really fucking shitty human to make me like not want to forgive and forget and move on. Like you making fun of my lips, all good, man.
And you know he thinks you're cute as a button. That's just something that he said.
I think you said it perfectly.
Because I think I'm cute as a button.
You are.
And I think you said it perfectly. I think he was just like spiraling, and he was just looking to something to grab on, and like, hey, I'll just make fun of that. Like,
well, by the way, I'm the perfect person to do that too. I've told people.
He knows you're not going to take it to heart.
Yeah, we'll shake it off pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I just wanted to see where you guys were, but like I said, I always want the best.
We're going to switch it up to something on a positive note because I want to know this answer too. This is a question from Amanda
Savito.
Is that what it is?
Oh,
Sacavito
or something.
Sorry if I'm messing that up big time, but I like this question. What did Lala dream she would be as a kid when she grew up?
Famous.
You always wanted to be famous?
Always.
That is so cute.
Always. Now, I thought that I was going to be famous for like acting. Like I was an acting
you have done a lot of acting though.
Well, yes, I have acted, but like I'm a reality TV person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I definitely did not see that in my future, but I always wanted to be like a known person.
Yeah, I 100% never thought I would be doing what I'm doing now. I wanted to work with children. I wanted to be a pediatric nurse or work with special needs kids. That was like always what I wanted to do. I never saw me living in LA and like doing all this stuff.
The universe had other plans for you.
But now I've got Cruz. Like everything happened the way it was supposed to. You have Ocean, even though Randall sucks. Like we have our beautiful babies. We live in LA. Like we're doing great, you know, aside from all this stuff. So I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah. I don't even think about my baby daddy like that.
Oh yeah. That's good.
Like when I think about Ocean, like I don't even think about him in the equation. Does
Ocean is you guys. Like she is you and Lisa and Easton made over.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you how I just think that you are so strong and everything that you've been through and that you had the strength to just like pack up your stuff whenever Ocean was only 7 months old. You and your mom just like were able to just sneak out.
It reminds me of this movie. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but there's this old movie, and you guys may have not seen. It's called Not Without My Daughter. And now it's such a good
Jax,
movie.
You're like 10
I know.
years older
It's
than
with
us.
Sally. It's with Sally Field. It's such a good movie.
I'm gonna watch it.
Watch it. It's called
it.
Not
I
Without
don't
My
even know what
Daughter.
it
And
is.
it's the exact situation that you're going through right now. Watch it. It's a movie. It's an early 90s, late 80s movie, but Sally Field is in
but
it.
But
She's
still,
amazing.
I just wanted to.
And you got to watch it. I bet your mom's seen it. I bet she has. It's called Not Without My Daughter. Check it out. It's really, really good.
I just wanted to give you some props because that takes a really strong person to just be able to do that. And especially whenever your baby is so new, you know, like 7 months old and you just like packed up and left in like the middle of, I don't know if it was the middle of the night or if he was just gone or whatever.
He was gone. Yeah. No, it was, I turned into a robot.
I remember when you were going through it all. I mean, I just hate that had to happen to you, but I feel like it's made you so much stronger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And anyone who says that I need to get over it and move on.
Oh, shut up. Who says that?
There's like randoms that like very randoms who think that like, oh, she got cheated on and she's mad. It's like,
no.
If it were just about that, we'd be in a very different position.
Yeah.
When accountability happens and justice happens, then I'll move on.
Yes.
Until then, I will continue talking about it.
Well, you have a daughter that's in the mix. You know what I mean? You can't just get over it. Like that really annoys me that people would even say that to you.
Well, she's going to get older one day, and she's going to read all this stuff, and she's going to see what's going on, and she's going to know the truth. Like, whether, the internet's a crazy thing, it's never going away. So she can look him up at any time when she gets older. She's going to read, and she's going to see what you did and what he did, and then she'll,
My job is to make sure that Ocean is loved and happy and healthy when she's at my house.
And she is.
Right?
When Reality Hits is brought to you by Article. Your home should be your sanctuary, and thanks to their online-only model, Article is also a sanctuary for your wallet.
Their curated assortment of mid-century, modern, coastal, industrial, Scandi, and boho designs makes furniture shopping simple.
Article's team of designers are all about finding the perfect balance between style, quality, and price. They're dedicated to thoughtful craftsmanship that stands the test of time and looks good doing it.
Article offers fast fast, affordable shipping across the U.S. and Canada. Plus, they won't leave you waiting around. You pick the delivery time, and they'll send you updates every step of the way. Now, we just ordered some furniture. We're really, really excited about it.
Comes in tomorrow.
It's coming tomorrow
Excited.
for our backyard patio. We've been wanting to update our furniture now for a long time, and we're really excited. It's actually coming tomorrow in the afternoon.
It's going to be the nicest little outdoor patio sofa. It's going to be so nice with a table. We picked our time. They're going to come over and drop it off. I'm so excited. We'll let you guys know how it is after we get it, but it's going to look so good in our backyard. Article's knowledgeable customer care team is there when you need them to make sure your experience is smooth and stress-free. And so far, it has been amazing. We cannot wait to get this sofa. Article is offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more. To claim, visit article.com/realityhits, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/realityhits for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
You guys will love their stuff. Their stuff is awesome. I'm all about home decor. You got to check it out. You just have to check it out. And if you decide to shop, go to article.com/realityhits, and that's $50 off already.
What's the plans for Lala this summer? What's going on with the businesses?
LA is my plan.
Yeah.
What about, what's going on with the businesses?
The businesses, I want you guys to have me back on when I can, I'm very excited for the future of the brand.
Right, we'll give the Lala brand,
We'll
correct?
definitely have you back on anytime. We love you.
Promote.
Yes.
By the way, you can still shop all the goods.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I'm excited for this summer.
Final thoughts, obviously, on the submarine situation.
Oh, God.
It's so sad, right?
It's so sad.
Obviously.
Oh, my gosh.
One question I have is we're in 2023, right? Why wasn't that thing tethered to something on the surface?
I think it's so far down.
But I get it, but there's
There's
gotta be some...
36 football fields down.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, there's just and you're like, hey, I'm going to go down in a tin can to the bottom of the ocean with 5 other guys crammed in like this. And I'm not only that, I'm going to pay $250,000 to do it.
I mean, some people
and
live
the window was tiny.
Was there a window?
You couldn't
There was a
pay
window
me.
that was around this big.
that they had to share to look out or something if they got down?
And the toilet. I mean, it was 9 hours. I think pooping you'd maybe be fine, but there's no way I could go 9 hours without peeing.
Yeah.
And it was basically like what our kids are potty trained on.
And controlling it with a game,
like an Xbox.
like an Xbox
Oh, my
thing.
gosh.
And the son, I read yesterday, the son that went with his father didn't want to go because of the situation, but went and finally went because he's like, I want to do this for my dad.
Oh,
And
that breaks my heart. This is terrible, but at least if it exploded, maybe it was a quick and painless type of way. But
They were saying today that they probably got warning, hey, just so you guys know, we're going to be exploding.
oh no,
Right? Didn't you read that today, Mom?
yeah, I read James Cameron's thing too. I saw it actually this morning when I was on the toilet. I was reading
it wasn't
that.
some scientifically
And it happened on
proven thing.
Sunday, so it actually happened.
Well, I was just meaning.
the pressure. You
I was
wouldn't
just
feel a
meaning
thing.
it would be so terrifying. Everybody was thinking that they were just running out of oxygen. That would be so terrifying.
Well, imagine the first person who dies from running out of oxygen.
Yeah.
What are the
and everybody else
the
is
conversations
around. It's just such a sad, traumatic thing. And I think the whole world was invested because it was going to see the Titanic, which is already such a traumatic, horrible thing in our history.
And do you think they have a black box? Airplanes have a black box. It's its own compartment. It can't be touched. So if a plane does go down, they have the black box. Do you think the submarine had its own black box?
Absolutely not.
I mean, she just said that they had a potty training toilet.
No, there was a who was it that
there
said
was a black box.
who was it that said it was basically like shrapnel that
So the top fell off, the front fell off, the back fell off, and then it was just shrapnel.
But you said that there was a guy who said it was made from parts that you don't make a submarine.
It's off the shelf parts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I don't want to quote this, but someone says it's stuff you can buy off Amazon, stuff like that.
Oh no!
Yes, I read that.
A gaming control.
That is so insane. Oh my gosh.
Either way, it's just super sad story, and you feel really, really bad for all these folks. And
Yeah,
it's
prayers
just-
to the family.
Can I tell you why the ocean terrifies me?
Yes.
For me, which is a huge reason why I love the ocean, it's a huge reason why I named my daughter that, is because the ocean is so powerful that you do not f with it.
No.
Right? I ain't going in there.
No. Okay, so this is another sad story, but did you see that video of the guy in Egypt getting eaten by the shark?
I appreciate that you never say the F word on this podcast, and I'm taking note, by the way.
You're what?
I'm taking note because I have to stop saying the F word.
I don't. You know I don't.
Eaten
you know I don't
by a
cuss.
shark.
Somebody was
on
eaten
the
by a
video.
shark, and
It was-
people recorded it on video. It went viral. You haven't seen it? He
Egypt,
yelled
sorry.
for his papa because his dad was there watching, and you see the shark, like, it flips him upside down and everything. It was a tiger shark. And then it came and jumped up and ate his neck right there. And you see it, and he's like trying to swim. It is
His girlfriend
heartbreaking.
escaped, and he was yelling for his dad.
It
and
is
people are just filming
heartbreaking.
it.
I mean, there's nothing they could do. He was so far away from them. He was just swimming. But like, even if like the boat tried to get to him, and he was already underwater by then.
It's just so graphic. You saw
eaten
him,
by
like,
a shark.
getting
The last thing I would do was like, I got to record.
No,
it.
I mean,
just
for the
seems so out of
family,
touch.
for
Like,
the
what are you
family
doing?
having to, like, now this video is out for everybody in the whole wide world of this man getting eaten alive. Like, people just have no
good-looking
respect
guy. He was like
for
22,
anything
23
these
years
days.
old. It was terrible.
It's so sad.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I know we went to just such
I know, we went to a dark place, but
terrible.
I just wanted to talk. We haven't talked about this
Yeah,
stuff yet.
it is. But yeah, that whole submarine thing, and then that happened in Egypt. Like, that's terrifying.
No,
Absolutely
I feel like I want to
terrifying.
vomit.
Okay.
Point of the story is stay out of the ocean.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you one last question from the fans, because I think this is a good one that a lot of people will relate to. This is from @Sunny000. How do you deal with stress and anxiety?
Oh my gosh. I obsess. And I harp, and I tell my mom I need to obsess over this, and I talk about it in circles over and over and over until I'm like, okay, I've exhausted myself. I also love a good bath. Mm-hmm. I love a good rerun of Housewives. I think I bought a Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
I don't know if any of these are healthy ways to cope with anxiety or stress,
Whatever
but
works
they
for
get
you.
my mind off of things.
Whatever
So
works.
anything that's lighthearted as well.
Yeah, like
a
lighthearted TV shows.
episode of Friends.
Yeah.
Or some Seinfeld.
I have to do that too. I have to watch something that will take my mind off of things.
you have
because
any
I'm
pointers?
such an overthinker.
Do you have any pointers? Yes, for her not to get into her head about things. She
She's talking
literally
about to me. Yeah.
gets in her head about everything, and it's
Well,
getting
and
to the
that has to
point
do
where
with
it's,
you too.
Yeah.
I think you have to allow her to vent to you.
Yes.
And she has to say, I'm going to obsess over this for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to say everything that I want to say, obsess. You have to feed into it. And then when the 20 minutes is over, you have to then have a relationship with God, Britt.
Yeah.
At that point in time, when it's over, you punt it off to him
Yeah.
and he'll take it on.
Yeah, I'm just such an overthinker.
You have to allow her to obsess, though.
Yeah.
She has to be able to vocalize it.
That's true.
That's true. That's true. And I'm such the opposite of this.
Yeah,
I don't care what other. I have too much going. Well, this life is very short. This is a very short life. We don't have the time to obsess about what somebody in Ohio cares and says.
But that's you,
we don't have
and
the
the
time
day
for
that you chose to get married to someone, you no longer have the luxury of just dealing with things the way you want to deal with them.
I
So
agree.
true.
I agree.
Get 'em, Lala, get 'em.
No, that's why I'm asking you.
Which is
how,
why I'll never get married.
that's why I'm asking, because we are so different in that, and it's just so I can't. I have a hard time seeing why are you letting this bother you? I'm just using that as an example as somebody from Ohio leaving a comment in your thing.
Yeah.
But there's many things that you get in your head about. Which,
Yeah.
and in my head, I'm always just you see these incidents, the submarine, the guy getting eaten by a shark. Life is so precious and so short. We are here for a good time, not a long time. So,
Did you just quote Drake?
is that a Drake?
That's a Drake song.
It is.
Totally, and I love it.
I don't even listen to
I know,
Drake.
that's why I'm shocked right now. No, but also you have to be better you have to allow, because sometimes you see things that you don't mean to see.
Oh, yeah.
Like me, I try to avoid the comment
Me
section,
too,
but
me
there's
too.
times where I'm just like a robot and I go into them
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just read the most horrific things about myself.
Yep.
You have to try to be proactive when it comes to I know that reading comments affects me. I know that the explore page affects me, so I'm going to try to avoid it.
Yeah.
But in the off chance that I just go into it out of just being robotic, then you, Jax, have to allow her to vent, because my mom lets me vent.
That's so true.
I just hate it that when sometimes you bring it, you bring your work home with you. You ever heard of that expression? Some people just bring their work home. They don't
Yeah.
check out. Sometimes you'll do that and this got into a therapy session, didn't it? No, and I'm just trying to ask other people,
Yeah.
how do we deal with this? Because it can be a problem.
It goes
It's
along
stress.
with the stress and anxiety.
Yeah, and stress is the number one killer. It's the number one killer. So I really don't want you to go anywhere anytime soon. So how do we fix these issues?
Yeah.
Because it can be a problem.
I think it's just hard with what we do that
Of course.
we get judged 24/7, and sometimes I can't, like, I'm such a people pleaser, and I like positive, and like I try to be positive all the time, so when it doesn't go that way, it like really affects me.
But at the end of the day,
I don't know why.
We did put ourselves in this position.
No, I know. I know. And I'm
Nobody
very
put a gun to our head to do
Because
this.
you're a normal person.
Yeah, and I'm very
That's why.
grateful for the life and everything that
And
I have.
I want
It's
you to
just-
stay the way that you
yeah.
are, because you're soft and you're tender. Like I think that it could go the other way, where I feel more hardened.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I have like armor up at all times, and like anyone who wants to come for me, I'm ready to like slit. Or like I love the way you are.
Thank
so you have
you.
to allow her, in order to keep her this way and not hardened and going insane, to talk to you about things.
Therapist Lala.
No, and that's why I'm asking.
Look
because
how beautiful
because-
my life is.
No, it's no, just because I'm saying, there's things there's projects that we're working on again, and I just don't want to see you go down into that rabbit hole again. You know, because it could be dangerous, and it's like you need
I think
to learn.
avoid the comment section.
Oh, yeah.
I always try to
100%.
tell her that, but
the
it's
same
hard to
thing.
do sometimes. Sometimes and all of a sudden you find yourself in a comment. You're like, why am I reading this?
Yeah.
No, I know.
And I think something that I do, like, I will think about it for a while, and then all of a sudden something will click in me where I'm like, why do I care about this? But
I know.
it's like, it takes me a minute to
But
get
I think
there.
that's why it's important that he allows you to obsess
Yeah,
over it,
yeah.
because then as the words start coming out, you're like, why do I care about this?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're over it.
Exactly. Okay, one last question. I keep saying one last question,
Yes.
but for real, one last question this time. This is from @16 and Queen. What's the biggest misconception people have about you, Lala?
That's a good question.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I mean, what do you think? Because you've watched me on TV and you also know me. What do you
Yes,
think? People,
well, we
that's
were-
such a hard one to answer for yourself.
It is. We were talking about this with your mom earlier too, but I think because I always see like of course we're going back to talking about the freaking comments, but like if I post something with you or something, sometimes I'll see people being like, she's mean or she's a bully or something like that. And I think it's just because you are so tough and you have such a quick wit and like stuff like that. So it's easy for you to like hit them where it hurts.
Right.
But I don't think people realize like how big of a heart you have and how like much love you have for everybody and like how good of a friend and how like devoted you are to like your family and your friends.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying that.
I think that's something that people need to know because it makes me so mad. I'm always like, she's not a bully. Like I feel like I want to scream at them. I'm like, she's not a bully. Like people just see what's on TV and just automatically think that's how you are all the time, and it's just so not how you are.
I think I'm tough, and I think I'm vocal and strong, and people want to use the wrong words. They want to say that I'm angry or I'm bitter or I'm a bully, and it's like, okay, I think what you're meaning to say is tough, strong, vocal,
Exactly.
opinionated. Those words, definitely. And everyone wants to slam my mouth and the way it works until my mouth is what's defending you. And then you really, really like it.
That is so true. And also, Lala is hilarious. I don't know. Like, she makes me laugh so much. I mean, she can just look at me and make me laugh. I can't even look at her right now. So I just think
And you know
people
what?
need to
If
know
you
that
weren't
about
like
you.
how you are, people would give the ladder. They'd say you're weak and this. You should stick up for yourself and this and,
And I
that. So
wonder
it's
if
like
it was
you
a
can't
guy
win.
doing what
you honestly,
do, if it would be the same, you know?
you can't win with people.
No, I
You're
can't.
never going to win.
And that's why,
Yeah.
as long as I can go home and be like, you know what, I'm really proud of myself today. We
Yeah.
made some mistakes, but we'll try better tomorrow. Then I'm all good. I
There
don't
you
care.
go.
That's a perfect way to end this. Is like
Yes.
as long as you're happy with yourself and you're doing right by you.
Yes.
Who the f cares?
Right.
Very
Who has
true.
time to care about all that? Like we have so much going on. We're raising a family. We're starting businesses, doing this. Like I look at it a lot different than you guys, but you said it right. Just as long as you're happy with yourself and you can go to bed at night and say, you know what, today was a good day. I'm happy with today. That's all you can ask.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
All right.
This
well-
is a really good podcast, guys.
Oh, thank you. We're going
I
to have
had
you
so
on
much
anytime
fun.
that you want. We
I
love
love
you
it.
so much.
Thanks for coming on today. We really
Everybody
appreciate
go
it.
buy your Send It to Daryl merch and give them Lala.
Yes, get it from shoplalakent.com and not Etsy.
Yes. Oh
I
my
know.
gosh. Yeah. Okay. I got to say one more thing because I saw your story where you were like, people are doing the same font, the same everything. Like, that drives me crazy. Like, can you believe that Peter Madrigal came out with the #1 guy in the group?
You're magical.
That's
man.
like me coming out with a send it to Daryl .com.
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
Not. Sometimes I think Peter lives on planet Peter.
Yes.
And like you
Peter's
literally
sweet, though. I feel like he
that's
didn't
what
even
I
think
mean.
about
no,
it, you
like
know?
literally you don't even you just let things slide because you're like,
Yeah.
but it's Peter.
Yeah.
I know. It's like I feel
He's
bad. I feel
sweet.
bad.
I
Like, you know, but
know.
it's still, it irks me a little bit.
Let Peter be the number one guy in the group, all right? He's like the human version of the word fetch. Like, he's so trying to make it happen, and it still has not happened.
Oh, poor Peter. Did he get to bring you guys drinks or anything this reunion? I don't remember.
No, he didn't.
Aw.
It wasn't a toasty mood.
Yeah, that's very true. It's not like you guys are going to be like, cheers, Raquel. Oh, my God. Well, I love you, Lala.
I love
Thanks
you.
so much for coming
Thanks
by.
for coming by. And Lisa, too.
Yes, we love you guys.
girl.
You all mean the world to us, and we love you so, so much. Thanks for listening to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Love y'all. Bye.
You want to see something really scary? Check out Be Very Afraid.
A horror podcast where I, Gabby Rapp, and my co-host
Brian Liberty.
discuss, dissect, and deconstruct the scariest scenes ever filmed.
Every Tuesday, we're covering a new film or TV show, talking about familiar favorites, new releases, and deep cuts.
From Beetlejuice to Barbarian,
Funny games to Fright Night,
Motel Hell to Midnight Mass.
and everything in between.
Be Very Afraid episodes released every Tuesday on PodcastOne.
Or wherever you get your podcasts.